My journey. I'm willing to explain it all to you guys. No holding back anything. I just hope you're ready for the experience. And I just hope you can handle it.
Disclaimer. This video was intended for an adult audience only. Viewer discretion is advised. Anything you see in this video, do not attempt to recreate. This video was created for documentation purposes only. Our purpose is education. We are not justifying or glamorizing using substances. What we are doing is educating people on the substances that we have used and what it has done for us. Do not recreate or do not redo the substances we have done just because we talk about it.
Alright, so I'm usually not one to talk about what's going on with the world, you know what I mean? But it's like, there's so much going on in the fucking world right now. It's absolutely insane. Um, like, man, it's hard to keep up with, and some of it's hard to believe, realistically. But I mean, I live a crazy life, right? And the shit that I've done with my life, traveling dimensions, like, that's hard to fucking believe. So I can see that all this other shit, you know, it's not too hard to believe compared to that, where it's like, China, there's this, supposedly an airborne virus in China, bird flu, that's like airborne. It's killed apparently 500 people, and it just keeps spreading. And if that gets airborne everywhere, like apparently this virus can kill like 40% of the people that it infects. Um, and that's not even really on the tip of my mind, right? Because that's a huge issue. But I usually don't pay attention to shit like this, right? But it's like I've been kind of forced to pay attention to what's been going on in the world because it's like this is a very interesting time to be alive. Right now, 2018, it is June 20th, 2018. It's 10 o'clock at night. It's almost the 21st. It's almost basically the equinox. And it's like, I can tell you right now, it's an absolutely insane time to be alive. There's so much going on, from advances in technology to them trying to fucking censor the internet so much. They want to control the internet. They want to put us back in a box. What they really want to do is make the internet another television, basically. They're trying to turn the computer into a television. And it's sadly it's working. We got to figure out something, because the way that they're trying to censor the internet, it's getting ridiculous. Like there was apparently this new law passed, this new bill or something, where it's like it's going to basically, they're trying to make memes illegal, like where memes will be taken down. And apparently like the copyright laws, all this other shit, the copyright laws are changing to adapt to the internet and all this other shit. And it's like, to me, I find that ridiculous because I'm an artist, right? But if somebody wanted to make a meme about me, like I wouldn't. That's ridiculous to like that you can sue, or like or if there's a news article or something, you make a meme about it, you can get sued, because these artificial intelligence, the algorithms, they don't understand human sarcasm. They just don't. They can't recognize that, understand that. There's a lot of memes that are very sarcastic. And it's just, there's so much shit going on in the world, man, and it's shitty. It's great, but it's shitty because the technological evolution with the world, where it's like fucking Donald Trump made a space force where there's like an air force, now there's a space force, and it's, I mean, I agree that we need a space force because, I mean, at least he's thinking about the future here, but a lot of people don't understand because they're like, the fuck do we need that for? I mean, we need that because humans are still monkeys, and these monkeys are trying to colonize the stars here. And these humans are fucking, and I say these, I mean we are fucking, man, we're still very monkey-like and still very monkey-minded, where we're not thinking correctly. When we have this technology that could fucking do so much shit, we think about blowing somebody up with it. Like dumb shit like that. Like we think about, when we think about colonizing Mars or colonizing planets, we think about dominating these as our territory, as ours. Instead of saying, let's colonize these planets so us as a human race can spread our genes out and we can all whatever. It's like, it's an America thing. Like America wants to take control of space, or Germany wants to take control of space, or Russia, or this or that, or you know what I mean? It's like, or China, or it's like, it's, I don't know. Humans are still very monkey minded. There's a lot of there's a lot of shit going on where it's like even the shit with North Korea, where Donald Trump met with North Korea, and I think that's the first president to do so. And it's like, yes, these are historical moments, some good, some bad, a lot of crazy shit. I mean, even on some crazier shit, like on a deep spiritual psychedelic level, there's so I pay attention to other YouTubers, obviously, and other psychedelic YouTubers, and like other people's paths as well, because I feel like the psychedelic paths all are connected, like all of us, every single person that's on the psychedelic path, every single person that's on the shamanic journey, I feel like our journey is intertwined, even if we don't know each other, because what I do spiritually in the other dimensions will affect you, and what you do spiritually in other dimensions will affect me, and what you do affects me, and what I do affects you. It's the ripple effect, but much deeper, because we're connected to this universal web. And it's just, there's people that are like taking like substances and taking it deep spiritually, and like, you know, I don't know, in these ancient sites, and they're affecting the spiritual realm, which is affecting this reality as well. And me and my friends are doing the same right now. At this moment I am speaking, my friends are in the middle of an experience, and they're basically doing some spiritual shit that will affect, you know, the whole as well, because we are co-creating this reality. So all the shit that's going on in the world, from the spiritual side, there's a lot of spiritual evolution. There's spiritual evolution going on here. I mean, even if we want to talk about spirituality real quick, you know what I mean? It's like this. The Islamic religion, right? It's very, it's starting to get more popular over like I mean, obviously over in the Middle East, but like it's starting to spread out from like to being in like England a lot, and it's like England and has like kind of worked its, you know, laws around, you know, the Islamic laws and the Islamic way, and it's like almost becoming an Islamic state. How here in America we're almost like a Christian state, and well, a Christian country, you know what I mean? And over there they're becoming like a Islamic country. Now this is all the shit that's going on in the world right now. Like this is all right here in this little tiny amount of time. This little tiny amount of time, so much has happened, it's crazy. I mean, the shit that happened with Tommy Robinson, fucking ridiculous. And that's part of the you know, the issues that are going on in the UK. And it's like, the issues that are going on over there are drastically affecting us over here, even though we don't realize it. There are so many people in the world that have no clue what the fuck is going on. And that's the only reason I made this video, really, is because I was sitting there thinking, dude, there's so much shit going on and nobody really knows about it. Nobody really knows about any of this shit. Like, most people don't even know who Tommy Robinson is. And if those that don't know, Tommy Robinson, you know, is basically, you know, he's in fucking prison now over in the UK. You could research it yourself and all that, but it's like, he's wrongfully in prison. Like, he should not, there's no reason why he should have got arrested. The only thing that should have really, in my mind, that should have happened to him is maybe they should have kicked him out of the UK and told him to go back, you know, fucking go, leave this country or go to jail, you know, whatever. They should have given him the option. But instead, they're becoming a police state. Police country. We are, I mean, here, so in America, eventually we're not too far behind. Like, things are getting crazy. The same thing with like the Kratom community, you know what I mean? It's like the Kratom community is fighting back. We're fighting back hard. You know, I see so many people talk about, you know, they're fighting for Kratom, they're signing these petitions, they're doing all this because they keep attacking Kratom, and they can't do what they wanted to do, which what they wanted to do was make it a Schedule I drug and like immediately, and then, you know, whatever. But they couldn't because we fought back. So now what they can do is they're spreading a bunch of bullshit. They're spreading a bunch of fake news, for lack of a better word. They're spreading a bunch of fake news around the internet, around Facebook. They're buying ads on Facebook, buying ads here and there, and then they're basically selling this misinformation. And the DEA is coming out with information saying this, even though the DEA has no fucking backbone, nothing to back up what the fuck they're saying. So it's like, man, there's a lot of shit going on. So much shit. And it's all going on at the same time. And I think that's the point. When you have all this shit going on at the same time, how much time do you have to spend on all of it? Not really much. Which their plan probably is to make it so it's like we're so distracted with everything that's going on that we don't have the energy to fight for Kratom. We're so distracted with everything that's going on that we don't have the energy to fight for Tommy Robinson. We're so distracted with everything that's going on that we don't have the energy to fight the internet censorship that's going on. How they're trying to take our internet rights away. How they're trying to censor our speech. They're going to eventually, because it's like this. I think with this new bill that they just passed, it's like pretty soon they'll be able to prevent us from typing things in. Like, how you have safe search on Google so your kids don't look up porn. It's going to be the same thing. They're going to be safe searches on the internet so we can't look up certain things. So maybe this whole thing that's going on with Tommy Robinson, they probably want to make it so if you type in Tommy Robinson, you won't be able to see anything. They won't be able to type it in. There's certain things you can't type in. There's certain things like they're trying to censor the internet. And what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to just speak about this. We have to inform ourselves. We have to stay informed. It is on you, realistically, it is on you to keep yourself informed on what's going on. Don't get consumed by it, because there's a lot of other bullshit going on as well. And there's so much bullshit going on that I can't keep up with it all. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I try to keep up with everything. You know what I mean? This is just the type of person I am. So like I try to keep up with technology, the evolution of technology, the evolution of spirituality, the evolution, the things that are going on with psychedelics and maps, and how Hefter Research Group is like trying to they're working on making psilocybin legal, and MAPS is working on making MDMA legal, and there's so many other things going on in the world and so much shit. It's holy fuck. And this is what I had a theory a long time ago talking about how this is a little off topic but kind of on topic. All this shit is off topic, on topic at the same time, because it's just this talk's all over the place, but that's where I'm getting at, because it's like all the shit that's going on in the world is fucking wild. Most people have no clue. And it's because most people don't give a fuck. Most people don't pay attention. Most people don't care. Most people are so distracted with the mundane that they have no time to pay attention to anything else. It's like most people, if you mention, the airborne virus, most people are like, oh yeah, whatever. Or you mention anything, I don't know, there's new technology going on in the world, even the new technology, like, Tesla, coming out with, there's like these Tesla charger ports getting put everywhere now, which is awesome. And it's like the evolution of the world is going on. There's now stores in towns, there's a couple towns like about 30 minutes away from where I'm at that are basically like, for lack of a better word, like hippie towns. And it's like there's stores in these places that now accept cryptocurrency. Like in the store, they now accept cryptocurrency. So while I'm thinking the evolution of the world is going to take another 20 years, what I'm realizing it's happening right now, right under our noses, because there's so much shit going on at the same time. The technological evolution is advancing so fast that it's not just technology. It's human psychology. It's the human living. It's the human way. It's the, I don't know. But there's also a lot of bullshit going on top of us evolving. We're evolving, but I feel like something or someone or some people or organizations or business, I don't fucking know what, but something, it's almost like it's trying to hold humanity back. It's almost like something is trying to dumb down society, because if you dumb down the humans but keep the technological evolution advancing, humans will be stupid because they're relying on the technology to know things. So if you dumb down society but keep technology evolving and have the chaos go on around us, we will be so distracted with the chaos and bullshit that we'll dumb ourselves down. But then we'll have technology which will make us think we're smart because we're using all this technology, but not one of us knows how to fucking create any of this fucking technology. All we know how to do is use it. There are very few people that actually know how to create it. There are very few people that actually know how it works, because I have no clue how a fucking microphone works. I'm sitting there talking on a microphone, using a computer. I have no clue how these shits work. Like, a computer to me is like, what the fuck? Different metals soldered together on a motherboard, and then a hard drive, and different metals and it makes no sense that it would come up to be this. And then you write software. None of that makes any sense to me. And this is the issue that we have in the world, is that there's very few people that know really what's going on right now. Like, even though all the things that I know, there's a lot of things I have no fucking clue about. And the evolution of the world is going way too fast for us to keep up with. It reminds me of a DMT trip where it's like, it's so fast that you can't keep up with. I think reality eventually is going to get that fast. Eventually, I think reality is going to get to a point where information is flowing so fast that we, as the humans we are now, can't keep up. And we're not that far behind from that, because it's just all these different apps that get created every day, all these different things, all these different trends. That I try to keep up with so many things, but sometimes it's like an overload, you know? I mean, you kind of get overloaded with all this information because there's just too much information happening at the same time. And yeah, a lot of shit going on in this world right now. It's an amazing time to be alive, because at the same time of all this bullshit, at the same time that humans, like, we have these artificial intelligence that we're creating, which this artificial intelligence has the potential to destroy us as humans as we know it, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. There's a lot of people that say, you know, robots could take over the world and kill us all and all this other shit. And it's like, well, how about we stop acting like monkeys, and maybe they wouldn't want to kill us? Maybe it's going to force us to stop acting the way we do and start treating each other with some fucking respect and start actually paying attention to the evolution of the world. Because, yeah, the world's evolving, but most of us in the mind are not, is the issue. There is a mind evolution going on right now, but it's not as big as it needs to be. There are millions of people that are awake, and when I say awake, I mean aware that the world is deeper and bigger than we think it is. So just awake in the sense where nobody knows shit, no religions know shit, science doesn't know shit, nobody knows anything, but together we know, we have the possibility to know everything together. But I think as a human race, we're not there yet. And I think, you know, we need to also connect with Mother Nature. We're kind of forgetting about the plants and the planet and the spiritual side, the magical side. People don't believe in fucking magic. People don't believe in spirituality. People don't believe in these connections that we can have with plants, these connections we can have with higher beings from higher realms. And people don't believe in these things. But science isn't too far behind from proving it. So it's okay that people don't believe in these things. Science won't be able to prove everything, but pretty soon here, science will be able to scientifically prove a lot of things in the psychedelic knowledge, in the psychedelic world, in the psychedelic community, what a lot of people in the psychedelic community speak about. Because a lot of things the psychedelic community speaks about is a lot of the same things that the technological community speaks about. A lot of the same things that the psychologist community speaks about. A lot of the same things that some of the smartest scientists and people in the world speak about. Some of the same things that psychedelic philosophers speak about in their living room, like with each other. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of shit going on. There's a lot of evolving, a lot of things. A lot of drama, a lot of distractions, a lot of good things are going on too, where it's like easier. Nowadays, it's much easier to start a business online, like how they talk about there's no jobs, like how America needs more jobs. Well, there's now millions of new jobs in the internet, and nobody's really paying attention to that either. And that's happening right now. Like right now, There's probably like 10 new jobs or 10 new websites, 10 new things that were just created while I was making this video that are ways to make money through the internet. And I'm working on a few of those. I'm going to try out a few things actually tomorrow. But it's just, there's so much shit going on that it's hard to keep up with. So, don't lose your head trying to keep up with all this shit, because that's what happens to me sometimes. It's like, holy shit. So sometimes I just step back and I'm like, yo, I don't even want to know what the fuck is going on over here. And then I just kind of drown myself in what I'm doing, because I'm doing so much shit right now that I can literally just drown myself in what the fuck I'm doing, and I won't even know what the hell anyone else is doing or what the hell's going on. Because I'm doing so much shit that's like, you know, once you get focused on your shit, on your goals, on your whatever, you really don't have much time to keep up with everything. But I do take the time to check out what's going on in this world around me. Because, yeah, my kids and my grandkids have to live in this world. So I like to keep up with it and see what's going on here, because this is a crazy, chaotic world right now. A lot of crazy things are happening, but it is an amazing time to be alive because all this shit is happening. Like the evolution of technology and Bitcoin, the rise of blockchain and Bitcoin, and the rise of all this technology, and how they're trying to destroy it and take it down from us and take away the people's power, and how I guarantee we're just going to fight back, and we're not going to lose much power. The power will always remain in the people. You know, it's the government and Google and all these companies and corporations, they might have power now, but the power is always in the people. Because once the people get educated, they can make an educated decision. They can make a different choice. They can choose. And there's a lot of things going on. So choose wisely what you keep up with. Choose wisely what you spend your time on. Don't try to spend too much time on the chaotic shit, because that shit will consume you and you'll get lost into it. So just, yeah. But this has been a video about what I've kind of noticed about what's been going on in the world lately. And I guarantee there's probably more shit that I'm missing. Like, just there's mad shit that has happened that I obviously didn't speak about. But there's just too much shit to talk about because there's so much going on right now. And I think it's the evolution of the world. We're in a huge evolutionary step where, you know how like Jurassic was an era? I don't even know what era we're in right now. I don't even know what the hell is it called. But we're almost, I feel like we're in a way to a different era, like the technological era, but that technological era will change the way humans think, look at the world, experience life, and virtual reality. I didn't even talk about virtual reality and augmented reality and all this other shit that's going on. And man, reality is going to be insane, absolutely insane. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, if you guys want to subscribe, that'd be so amazing. But I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everyone.